Imagine a world where death is not the end. This is the vision behind the resurrection burial tomb and resurrection vessel ship. These are not just science fiction concepts, they are real inventions designed to challenge our understanding of life and death. The resurrection burial tomb is a special place for the deceased. It's not just a final resting place, it's a gateway to a second chance at life. This tomb is connected to an amazing ship called the resurrection vessel. Together they form a system that aims to bring people back from the dead. The resurrection vessel ship is like a floating laboratory. It's packed with advanced technology. This ship has one main job: to preserve and revive those who have died. It's a glimpse into a possible future where death might not be permanent. The resurrection burial tomb and resurrection vessel ship didn't appear out of nowhere. They are part of a larger vision. This vision comes from an inventor who has been thinking big for a long time. Historian, one of the inventor's previous creations was the robotic womb. This was a machine designed to grow babies outside of a human body. It was a controversial idea, but it showed the inventor's interest in using technology to change how we think about life and birth. Another important invention was the child empowerment device. This was a special tool to help children learn and grow faster. The inventor also created something called the robotic parent helper. This was a robot designed to assist in raising children. All these earlier inventions set the stage for the big ideas in the resurrection system. The resurrection system has one main goal. It wants to bring people back from the dead. This might sound impossible, but the inventor believes it can be done with the right technology. Scientists. First, the system aims to preserve the body after death. This is more than just keeping the body cold. It involves special processes to keep the cells and organs in good condition. The idea is to stop decay and keep everything as close to living condition as possible. Next, the system works on reviving the preserved body. It uses a combination of energy, chemicals, and advanced technology. The goal is to restart all the body's systems, including the brain. The inventor believes that if we can preserve and restart the body, we can bring back the person. This includes their memories, personality, and everything that makes them who they are. It challenges everything we know about death and what happens after we die. The resurrection system is more than just a way to bring back the dead. It's part of a bigger idea. The inventor calls this idea a man-machine civilization. This means a world where humans and machines work together in new ways. Futurist. In this vision, death is no longer permanent. The resurrection system acts like a safety net. If someone dies, there's a chance they can be brought back. This changes how we think about death. It's no longer the end, but maybe just a pause. The man-machine civilization also includes other ways to extend life. This might mean replacing body parts with machine parts, or it could mean uploading our minds to computers. The goal is to make humans less vulnerable to things that usually cause death. If we're not afraid of dying, we might take more risks. It's a completely new way of thinking about life and death. Section 5. Understanding human motivations. To understand why someone would invent the resurrection system, we need to look at what drives humans.
Psychoanalysis is a field that studies why people do what they do. It tells us a lot about human motivations.
One big motivation for humans is power. People often want to feel in control of their lives. The idea of controlling death is very powerful. It's like having the ultimate control over life itself. This desire for power might be part of why the resurrection system was invented.
Another motivation is pleasure or sex gratification. If we could live forever, we could experience more pleasure.
The third big motivation is security from death. Humans have always been afraid of dying. We've created religions, philosophies, and technologies to deal with this fear. The resurrection system is like the ultimate answer to this fear. Section 6. Key components and power sources. The resurrection system is made up of many parts. Let's look at some of the key components. These are the building blocks that make the whole system work.
The resurrection burial tomb is the first important part. This is where the body is placed after death. But it's not a normal tomb, it's filled with special equipment. This equipment keeps the body in good condition. It also connects the body to the resurrection vessel ship.
The resurrection vessel ship is like the brain of the system. It's a large ship filled with advanced technology. This ship has machines that can analyze the body. It has computers that can process huge amounts of data.
Power is very important for this system. It needs a lot of energy to work. The inventor suggests using nuclear power. The key is to have a steady, reliable source of power. Section 7. Energy conversion and preservation processes. The resurrection system uses energy in special ways. It's not just about having power, it's about using that power to preserve and revive bodies.
First, there's the preservation of the body. This starts right after death. The system uses energy to cool the body quickly. This is like super fast freezing. It stops the cells from breaking down.
The energy also powers machines that pump special chemicals into the body. These chemicals help protect the cells. The system also uses energy to create a special environment around the body. This might include controlling temperature, humidity, and even gravity. All of this takes a lot of power, but it's necessary to keep the body in perfect condition.
Energy is also used to monitor the body. Sensors and computers are always checking the body's condition. This constant monitoring and adjustment uses a lot of energy, but it's crucial for successful preservation.
Section 8. Reviving the deceased. How it works. Reviving someone who has died is the most amazing part of the resurrection system. It's also the most complicated. Let's break down how this process might work. Remember, this is based on the inventor's ideas and hasn't been proven to work yet.
The first step in revival is warming up the body. This has to be done very carefully. The system uses energy to slowly raise the body's temperature. At the same time, it removes the chemicals used for preservation. This process is like waking up the body from a very deep sleep.
Next, the system starts to restart the body's organs. It might use electrical stimulation for the heart. For the lungs, it could use a special breathing machine. The brain is the most important and difficult part. The system might use a combination of electrical signals and special drugs to wake up the brain.
Section 9. Child Empowerment and Robotic Parent Helpers. The resurrection system is part of a bigger vision. This vision includes new ideas about family and raising children. The inventor believes in empowering children. They also think robots can help with parenting.
Child empowerment is about giving kids more power and responsibility. The inventor thinks children can do much more than we usually expect. With the right tools and education, they believe kids could take on adult roles earlier. This connects to the resurrection system because it's all about changing how we think about life stages.
Robotic parent helpers are another big idea. These would be advanced robots designed to help raise children. They could teach, protect, and care for kids. The inventor sees these robots as part of the new civilization they're imagining. In this world, biological parents might not be the only ones raising children. If people could be brought back from death, it might change how we think about generations. Section 10. Potential impact on society and the future. The resurrection system, if it ever becomes real, would change everything. It's hard to imagine how different the world would be.
One big change would be how we think about life and death. If death isn't permanent, it might not be as scary. This could change religions, philosophies, and how we live our daily lives. People might take more risks if they know they could be brought back. Or they might focus more on long-term goals, knowing they have more time.
The resurrection system could also change how society is organized. If people can live much longer, or even come back from death, how would that affect jobs? What about government? We might need new laws and systems to deal with a world where death isn't the end.
Finally, This technology raises big ethical questions. The resurrection system offers an amazing possibility, but it also brings new challenges we've never had to face before.